One thing that has been added to CMPR fairly recently is the ability to carry two different versions of the program at the same time. The reason for this is that the program is being actively developed, not only by me, but several people are contributing as well. I should add, if this is something that you're interested in being involved in, drop me an email message and I can give you more information. So when you start CMPR, you may get either the standard version, which is updated occasionally, or one that has development, the development version, which has more recent changes. You can tell which version you're running by, for example, clicking on About CMPR, and it should at the end, if you're using a fairly recent version, tell you either using the stable release or using development release. As we'll see, this has been changed. This box has been updated a little bit in the development version. To switch back and forth, if you click here and you see Update CMPR, then that tells you that you are running a version of CMPR that is tied into the update server. And that's necessary to have this menu, which is where you can select the CMPR version. And here you'll see the choice of either the standard or the stable version or the development version, which has the latest updates. And before we do that, make any changes, let me just show you some examples of some things that have been updated as of right now in the development version but have not yet made it into the stable version. So for example, if we look at the Fit menu, Fit panel, this version only fits single peaks, but the new version can fit two wavelengths for each peak, most commonly for using copper K-alpha-1, K-alpha-2. In the new version, we'll see that there are more input fields over here. In the case of the auto-indexing panel, you'll see the wavelength defaults at this value for powder diffraction, and you'll see that there's a new set of input values up here in the new version. So let's switch to that. Okay, so we just simply select the development version now, since we're using the standard version, and it tells us that we're going to have to exit to do that. If for some reason you're not ready to exit, you can press cancel, and the next time that you restart the program, it will start up in the development version. But we'll go ahead and restart now, and there's no immediate obvious differences, except, for example, now if we look at this, we'll see that this menu has been updated. It's now disabled, so that we can't click on the development version, and tells us that it's selected, or we could click back to the standard. If we go to the Fit box, we'll now see it has a place for putting two wavelengths, so we can fit the K-alpha-1, K-alpha-2 peaks. If we move over to the index, we'll see that now we have the run in foreground, run in background. So this is a more recent version, and if we look at the About box, we'll see that it's been reformatted slightly, and now it tells us the version number, and it tells us it's using the development release right there. And no, I don't really want to restart. Okay, so that gives you an idea how easy it is to go back and forth between the latest version of CMPR, which is not made the default, at least it's not made the updates will not be moved over into the stable version until we've had a chance to do some testing on this code. And it's as easy as that to just click on selective CMPR version to select to go back and forth. In the new version, and this will eventually be the default version, if you choose to switch versions and you cancel out, at that point this menu is locked until you restart the program. So you can't go back and forth. Once you've canceled, you have to wait until you restart the program to make any changes.